This reaction video was brought to you by Royal Dude Lorenzo, founder of RDL Studios and primary member of both the F.U.N channel and Team Triforce. He helps make these reaction videos possible, so please go subscribe to him and check out his videos, such as this recent reaction video to the November 2015 Nintendo Direct. You can find both that and his channel in the description below. He'll even be doing some death battle reactions himself pretty soon, courtesy of yours truly, so look out for those as well. And as always, make sure you go to ScrewAttack.com or their official YouTube channel to watch the original episode first, and support the official release. Both are also in the description. Lastly, if you enjoyed this episode, please like it, share it, and stay tuned for more by subscribing. Thanks everyone. Hey guys, this is Ray, aka Meatloaf Man, and welcome to my reaction to Death Battle, Mega Man vs Astro Boy. And man, this one has been another long-awaited matchup, so yeah, it's pretty exciting, and had to wait a little bit all day because of technical difficulties behind the scenes, but the wait was worth it, and I'm a very patient guy. I'm very supportive of ScrewAttack and everything they do, so I understand all what goes behind the scenes, so shoutouts to everyone over there, especially Nick. So yeah, sorry by the way in advance if the lighting kind of sucks up here. I'm gonna try to do my best to improve it in post if there's anything I could do to it, but you know, I just wanted to have this shot in a more comfortable location, and what better comfortable place than my own humble abode. So anyways, Mega Man vs Astro Boy. So let's quickly talk about this. So in terms of my personal preferences and who I prefer like over as a character and who I want to win this, I'm gonna have to side with Mega Man on this. Why? Because I grew up with Mega Man, the franchise as a whole. You know, I loved Mega Man, I loved EXE, you know, X is great. You know, I love all the main, like, top Mega Man series. And, you know, it's a great series, great characters and everything, it's so memorable. And, oh, of course, I even have my own Mega Man amiibo right here, as everyone else should have. And if you don't, you should try to track one down. Really good, just make sure you pay the right price for one. So yeah, you know, like, pretty much required to like have one if you're a Mega fan, especially since, you know, Mega Man and Smash Brothers. It's hard to see, but a good friend of mine actually drew that poster, and Mega Man is in there with the rest of the Smash Brothers cast, so it's great. You know, he hasn't really been in much Capcom action in recent times, but at least he's getting much action in Smash Brothers and Archie comics and everything. Speaking of which, I also read the Mega Man and Sonic crossover comics, not the new one that's come out yet, because I had to collect those, the Worlds Unite, but I did read Worlds Collide, and that was a really great crossover, bittersweet at the end, and you know, pretty much led to the whole, spoiler alert, pretty much led to the whole Genesis wave rebooting of the Sonic side of things, but hey, you know, at least it made the comics more readable and made everything more streamlined towards the games, and you know, I'm all good with that. But really good crossover, I recommend it. Track it down at the right price on whatever website or comic store you can get it at. So yeah, but that's who I'm personally, you know, like more. And in terms of who I think will win, I honestly, after like years of like, you know, knowing about him and like researching and everything, that I'm gonna have to side with Astro Boy. The reason being is because he's pretty friggin' powerful in some of his incarnations. He's kind of like one of those characters who have the power of the plot on their side in a way. I'm not really sure if that's the right term to use, but basically kind of like progressive Superman in terms of powers. Like, he's strong as he needs to be whenever he needs to be in a certain situation. So, but regardless of such, you know, Astro Boy and Mega Man have equally done some pretty insane things over the years, and I really don't know how this is going to turn out. So I guess we're going to have to leave this to the experts to see what the two are bringing to the table. There's been talks recently among the research team that apparently Ben will be giving Mega Man his Smash Bros. Movesets to avoid player preference. That I see where they're getting at, and you know, they definitely have the right to do that. You know, I see where they're coming at, especially like, you know, with the recent ones with you know, Tifa and Cloud and all that, and all the RPG characters like the Pokemon. Gotta avoid player preferences and all that, so pretty much what would the actual character bring to battle. So, you know, in Smash Brothers. It's a perfect representation of what Mega Man would probably bring to a standard brawl. So, or at least what would that's where I can define moveset by Sakurai. But hey, whatever. So, that alone may or may not hinder him. So, the fact that he doesn't have any like time stopper in his whole like what you wanna call it, in his like Robot Master rundown, then that's gonna kind of hinder him, since he won't be able to like stop time and well basically he's not going to be able to have most of his like more powerful broken weapons. But that doesn't mean that some of the weapons he has in Smash Bros. Isn't already powerful enough. I still think that he still stands a good enough chance, especially since he's getting, I think he might be getting some of his other stuff like Super Adapter and all that, but I don't even know if that would be enough. So I just want to say right now though, just to get this out of the way, whether or not Mega Man loses, I'm gonna be fine with it. You know, I'm gonna be perfectly okay. You know, I'm certain that they're gonna explain it in a sound way, and if Astro Boy wins, you know, I won't mind that at all. I'm not gonna be butthurt about it. I'm gonna enjoy the fight for what it is, and hopefully it'll be friggin' fantastic. You know, it's been quite a long-awaited fight, and it's one of the fights that is, you know, leading up to the season finale, a death battle. Who knows what the final fight of the season's gonna be, but yeah. But it's about damn time we got one. It's about time we got another Mega Man character in the ring after so long. The last time we got one was Wily back in, like, Season 1. Jeez. So, many of you who would win kind of aficionados may or may not have come across a series at some point on the internet called Fatal Fiction from the Classic Game Guys. And they have done an episode early on called, you know, with Mega Man and Astro Boy themselves. And I should note that there is a clear difference in that fight. Like, that was a fine episode. Like, and you know, Fatal Fiction is a fine series by the Classic Game Guys. Go check it out in the description below. But I would like to note that that version of Astro Boy they used in that fight was the 2003 version, which they stated to be the weaker version. And the reason for that is because they wanted to give Mega Man more of a chance at winning. Because if they had used any stronger version, then it will be split in Astro's favor. So, I should note that since Death Battle usually likes to take the best feats from the characters all across their incarnations and put them into one thing, it's probably going to not necessarily be a different outcome, probably will be, who knows, but it will be different in terms of how the Fatal Fiction was handled. So, for those of you who haven't seen it, I'm gonna give you guys, like, I'm about to say spoilers for what happened in that episode, so I'm gonna give you guys, like, 5 seconds to, like, skip ahead to this point in the video right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, Mega Man was the winner of the Fatal Fiction episode because of him getting his best weapons from them, and at that time he didn't even have his Smash moveset defined, so it's not like they could have even extracted that either. So going with the best weapons was probably the best option at the time, and for some instances it still is the best option, but let's see how Death Battle manages to handle it. But either way it goes, whoever wins is not going to be the exact same as that. But yeah, so I guess pretty much said enough. We're already like almost 10 minutes in, so let's watch this thing already. Time for the Mega Man vs. Astro Boy Death Battle. Looking up in 3, 2, 1. Now.
In 1942, author Isaac Asimov introduced the 3 laws of robotics to protect man from their cybernetic creations.
And thank God he didn't include anything against robot-on-robot violence. The world would just be way less fun.
Mega Man, the Blue Bomber.
And Astro Boy, the Atomic Wonder Child. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. In the year 2000X, a new age of robotics was dawning, heralded by Dr. Thomas Light and his partner, Dr. Albert Wiley. Together, they planned to launch mankind into a new age of prosperity.
So they made a bunch of robot masters to do things too dangerous for people, like cutting down trees, bringing down buildings, and being cold.
However, jealous of Dr. Light's increasing notoriety
And beard growing skills? Damn, look at that thing. Like take a nap in that shit.
Dr. Wily stole all of Light's robots and used them to try to take over the world.
All except two. Roll, a robo-girl built for housekeeping and sending feminism back to the 60s.
And Rock, Light's loyal lab assistant and surrogate son.
Wily would regret this mistake about 10 times over, give or take.
After watching his human father fall to ruin over Wily's betrayal, Rock stepped up to take on the burden of saving the world himself.
I gotta say,
but first,
you
he
really
would have
know
to
how
upgrade
to
into the
build up
super
such
fighting robot
an epic
called
beginning to one
Mega
of the most
Man.
requested combatants of all time. So kudos to them for this analysis. Like,
Mega Man's new body is composed of
this,
seratanium,
since the
an
preview
alloy
analysis
lighter
has
and
been
stronger
released,
than
I consider it one of
titanium,
the most
of
epic
course.
in Death
Think
history.
that's cool? Well, his hand can transform into a long-range cannon called the Mega Buster. A weapon so downright awesome, Rock named himself after it. Now, it may look like it just shoots lemons, but one shot can blow through a wall. And if he needs more power, Mega Man can charge it up for a devastating blast. Still not enough for you? Alright, well, he can transform his other hand into a second Mega Buster and fire both of them at the same time. Sure, using that much power could overheat and even kill him, but what's life without a little risk and double the firepower?
But Mega Man's bread and butter is his variable weapon system. With it, he can wield any weapon he acquires, including those taken after defeating rogue robot masters.
Considering he's beaten over 100 of them, that's a lot of weaponry. He can fire heat-seeking dive missiles, lock on target with magnet missiles, and even fire a swarm of hornets? Who in their right mind would make robot hornets?
His metal blades are buzzsaw bullets made from seratanium which can cut through almost anything. The hard knuckle fires a fist that can break down walls, and the Mirror Buster returns energy projectiles
See the
back
time
to
stopper
sender.
there.
But when he wants to bust out some real firepower, he has the Crash Bomb, a timed explosive which sticks to walls and enemies faster than the girl who said she loves you on the first date.
And fully charged, his atomic fire has the potential to reach temperatures hotter than the surface of the sun.
He can stop time with the Time Stopper, but can't use other weapons while it's active. And he can even create black holes.
Well, sort of. A real black hole is fueled by consuming matter, and evaporates only after all matter around it has been swallowed up. However, the black holes that Mega Man fires with his black hole bomb have a definitive lifespan and can be sealed in concrete. It may not be a legitimate black hole, but it does create an extremely powerful and deadly vacuum.
So does Roll. He's also got Rush, who's like the best dog ever. You never have to feed him, he never shits on your couch, and he turns into a sweet-ass set of armor called the Super Adapter.
Sure, wearing the Super Adapter means Mega Man forfeits all his special weapons, but in exchange, he gets a massive boost in physical strength, the ability to fly, and he can even fire his fists like rockets.
Mega Man has stopped Wily's plans more than 20 times. He's durable enough to survive the vacuum of space, strong enough to hold up a collapsing castle, and tough enough to jump and shoot like his normal self while at friggin' Jupiter.
The gravity of which would have made him weigh well over 5 tons.
He's also defeated his alternate future self. Twice! How does that even make any sense? Screw you, future! You can't make me wait for me to get there!
Mega Man is like a walking arsenal and can carry as many weapons as he likes. However, adding too much to his system seems to also affect his behavior, making him more violent and ruthless. So for his own sake, he'll often discard his special weaponry after a mission's completion.
Oh, what a wuss! Come on, there's nothing wrong with a little bloodlust! The real downside is his special weapons have limited ammo.
Even so, Mega Man is an exceedingly adaptable powerhouse.
Land, air, sea, space. If a crazy German is trying to take over the world, there's only one man to call. The Mega Man.
Hey, Mega Man! You're a little low on the air! And you're full of
In the futuristic year of 2003, tensions were escalating between mankind and the robots they built to serve under them. But one brilliant robotics engineer was dealing with a far more personal problem.
Like most scientists I know, Dr. Tenma paid more attention to his work than his family, especially his 13-year-old son, Tobio. Well, until little Toby decided to take their future car out for a spin and got himself killed. You better believe Pop started paying attention then.
Filled with grief and regret, Tenma became desperate for a second chance at being a father.
But instead of doing it the old-fashioned and fun way, he called up all his robotic engineer nerd friends to build him a new son. They did, and they called him the Mighty Atom. But us Americans were like, "F that, let's name him after the dog from the Jetsons," and so...
Go, 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 Astro Boy!
Astro Boy assumed the role of Tenma's late son, even attending school and doing chores. Things were going well until Tenma came to the realization that Astro would never truly replace Tobio. His resentment only grew every time he looked at the young robot's unaging face.
So he came up with a brilliant plan. He sat down with his son, talked about his issues, and worked out all the resentment. No, I'm just kidding. He sold his ass to the circus. Stupid robot, you're property.
Astro spent his time performing until he was found and adopted by Dr. Okanomizu, whose kindness inspired Astro to stand up for what's right and defend the world.
He's pretty good at it too. Mostly because Dad number 1 was so scared of losing another son that he equipped this one with a shitload of weapons, like a finger laser and transforming arm cannons.
Astro Boy was built with 7 amazing powers. He has jet-powered flight, flashlight eyes, the ability to translate more than 60 languages, instant discernment between good and evil, a hyper-intelligent electronic brain, ears 1,000 times more sensitive than a human's,
And butt guns! No, really, he's got 2 machine guns popping out of his pooper.
I got machine guns in my butt.
While that may seem unorthodox, Astro Boy's rear end retaliation serves as a handy surprise attack in battle.
Nobody suspects the butt guns. I mean, nobody. Why would they? Astro also possesses 100,000 horsepower strength. He can break concrete without even trying, or tunnel through solid rock with ease.
But his most fascinating aspect is his skin. Derived from an artificially created superplastic, Astro's body is tough enough to survive everything from the depths of the ocean to a dip in the sun.
Plus, he's a versatile fighter. He's taken on water-stealing aliens, dogs turned into human robots stealing diamonds from the moon, and a robot named Satan that shot lasers out of its nipples. I can't make this up.
He beat Pluto, the most dangerous robot assassin in the world, after being upgraded to 1 million horsepower. This gave him the strength to lift a cruise ship out of the water and fly through 30 feet of solid iron like it was thin air.
Probably also seriously cut down on his miles per gallon. Speaking of which, how do you refill a robo-child? Of all the ways, why that? Wiz, I'm pretty sure we just ended
Other
up
robots
on a
in the
watch list.
series get their
I need
oil
a shower.
otherwise.
I mean, it wouldn't have been my first choice. I'd chalk it up to Dr. Tenma's eccentricity, design necessity.
Well, you'd think that being a half-naked flying death child would be pretty great, minus the whole rectal recharge, but Astro is hardly invincible.
Tough as his super plastic skin may be, Astro does have an innate fear of being melted by extreme heat, and sometimes a strong enough blow can cause his joints to break apart. In addition, Astro sometimes overexerts himself to the point of dangerously draining his power supply.
If completely depleted, he's as good as dead. But hey, sometimes it's worth spending the energy to plow a robo-chick so hard it levels an entire city.
No matter what the challenge, Astro Boy will always give it his all.
Wait, are you sure you're ready for this, Astro?
I was made ready.
Here goes, guys.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for
Astro.
all.
It's time for a death battle!
I knew they were gonna start it like this. Mega Man 2 intro. Twist. They're just meeting up to fight.
Forward!
No voices. They just get started. that easy. I knew it.
Forecast calls for a 90% chance of Mega Man showers and a 10% chance of sadness.
While Mega Man's varied arsenal kept Astro Boy on his toes, that's about the only edge he had.
Yeah, Astro Boy outclassed him everywhere else.
Mega Man's greatest display of strength comes from when he held up a 20-story tower worth 60,000 tons, delaying its collapse just long enough to escape.
Impressive, but not compared to Astro Boy, who could lift a 100,000-ton ocean liner with total ease.
Mega Man defeated Quick Man, who is faster than lightning, or over 224,000 miles per hour.
That's cute. After patching things up with dear old Dad Number 1, Astro Boy was so excited that he took a victory lap around the entire planet in 2 seconds!
Clocking in at just under 45 million miles per hour.
Plus, Astro survived a bomb capable of stopping a solar flare. Heck, he got accidentally blasted by an atomic disintegrator gun and was still completely intact.
Ultimately, the difference in power, speed, and durability is abundantly clear, and with Mega Man's limited ammunition reserves, all the Blue Bomber could do was delay the inevitable.
Mega Man just couldn't keep it together.
The winner is Astro Boy.
Next time on Death Battle.
My name is Oliver Queen. After 5 years in hell, I returned home with only one goal: to save my city. I had to become someone else. I had to become something else. I had to become the Green Arrow.
Hey guys, I'm Ben, I play Wiz.
I'm Chad, I play Boomstick. Thanks so much for watching Mega Man vs. Astro Boy. It's been one of our most requested fights since we started doing the show.
Yeah, and huge props to the new animator Aquila for the awesome fight animation. But for next time, we've got Green Arrow versus...
If you want to find out, just head over to our social media. Okay, who am I kidding? It's Hawkeye. You know it's Hawkeye. If it wasn't Hawkeye, that would just be ridiculous. But hey, if you want to be cool and just follow the social media anyway, that's at ScrewAttack on Twitter or Official SA on Facebook. That'd be sweet.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. Also, you can check out the latest Death Battle episode prior to this one by clicking us.
Yep.
And also the rest of the Death Battle playlist. We got like over 50 of these episodes right now.
We've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
And if you haven't heard our big news about us partnering up with Rooster Teeth, well, you might have some questions, and we answered those in a Q&A, so just click that video and
way,
hopefully
guys.
answer your questions. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks again for watching. Wave, Jocelyn.
Jocelyn, stop. Stop, you're embarrassing yourself.
You have like arthritis in your shoulder or something.
Time to talk about this. So the outcome of the fight turned out as expected, and oh god, I just gotta talk about this, dude. The animation was just freaking fantastic, and the analysis portions were like just so great too. I mean, like I was saying earlier, they built up Mega Man with like so much epicness and so much hype. Like they've done this for other characters in the show too, but this undoubtedly has to be one of the most epic rundowns that they've done for both robots. Like this was a legendary fight we've all been waiting for, and damn, did Death Battle treat it the right way. Man, and shoutouts to the new animator that they got for that fight. You know, like all the other animators obviously also great too, but this one, the one that they got for this specific fight, I don't know if they're a permanent part of the team, maybe they are, who knows, but the animator for this fight, he did a fantastic job. Great fight, like, it felt like it was like 2D and a 3D plane again, which is something I kind of miss from the old Death Battles, but, and you know, it was just great. It felt like both fighters had a chance in that visual representation of what would go down between them, and I was not disappointed by the outcome at all. Like, that was just a great fight. I feel that the winner like deserved that victory, and yeah, I think everything was pretty much accurate. You know, it's hard to argue against anything that they stated, so I say that this is 100% in my opinion. So yeah, good job to you guys. And in terms of the next fight, it's kind of funny for a multitude of reasons. Number one, Ben stated a while back that he wouldn't do the fight because of how similar the two characters are. Once again, another case of him trolling just to keep the audience, you know, under his, like, I don't know, some sort of, like, ring of comedy or something like that, because he did it before with Solid Snake and Sam Fisher, that he wouldn't do it because it will take place, like, both him and Chad, they joked that it will take place in a dark room and that the winner would be decided by, like, one shot in the dark. So Hawkeye and Green Arrow, what's the difference? I guess we'll have to find out. But, as to who I think will win that fight, I just don't know yet. I'll have to do my own fair share of research and I'll get back to you guys on that. And if you guys want to see what my opinions are, then like my Facebook page, Meatloaf Man, or Team Triforce page, or if you have me on my personal Facebook, then that works too. I usually post like my predictions for every death battle before it comes out, usually like a day or two before. So yes, stick around on my social media if you want to find out more about that. And yeah, but it's also funny because aren't they due for like a 1-minute melee soon? Because they're clearly there on the roster. So it makes me wonder, in terms of the death battle and the melee, which is going to be a sprite fight? Are both going to be a sprite fight? Or is one going to be a sprite fight and the other is going to be a 3D? Like, who knows? We'll find out then, but yeah. So, I guess that's pretty much it. That's all I have to say. Mega Man's still an awesome character. Astro Boy's still an awesome character, so yeah. That's about it on my end, so if you guys want to see more videos, stay subscribed for more. And more announcements coming soon regarding the NYCC footage, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, so hope you guys have a fantastic time. And next episode is in like 3 weeks from this recording, so probably see you guys then. If you guys only stick around for this series, but stick around for every series too. Hope you guys all have a fantastic Thanksgiving. Spend some time with the family. I'll see you guys in December. Peace.